Hey people, welcome to the Monday stream. It is 7 p.m. or just maybe a tad after 7 p.m. It's around 19 degrees here in Toronto and not humid. All in all, pretty much ideal conditions for a walk around town tonight. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Lots of people already in the chat here. William Elliott, Queenway, Leo Chung, Chantel, Brent Sheehan. Good to see everyone. Rosalina, Alan K. Welcome, welcome. Daniel, Gertish, hello. Yvonne. Hey, Cookies and Chaos. We got Zach and Ashnix. R10 Gaming. Hello, Jacques, Famous Master. John Nicholson. Susie. Hello. Picard. Engage. Whitby Dude. Spider-Man. Yeah, welcome everyone. Matthew, and anyone I might have missed. Kurt D, hello. Scott. Would like to sleep. Hey, long time no see. Good to have you back in the chat. The color purple is here. Hello, hello. Leo, maybe I already said hi to Leo. Whitby Dude. I think I'm just repeating myself now. Well over 100 people already though. Good to see you. When I was about to start the stream, some wacko was walking along here knocking down all these pylons. Just walking past each one and pulling it down. Just like it was just their job or something. So I thought I'd wait for that person to sort of clear the area before I started the stream. Hey, Toronto's doo-wop music guy, how you doing? I'm doing okay. Chantel, I'm doing okay. Hello, Linda Jane Jackson. Julia Matthews, Justin Dot, hello. What's up, Samantha? And then another person was walking by blasting music with horribly offensive lyrics, so I waited for that person to move away from the area. You know, the kind of music where every other word is a slur of some sort. It's like maybe I shouldn't start the stream with that. Just typical downtown Toronto east side stuff, you know. Hey, E. Blake, Greg Keating, hello. That Canadian girl, how you doing? Looks like Ontario Street here is getting a redo. Gonna repave it by the looks of it. They just did this on part of George Street. Hey, Lumiakin, hello. What's up, Mark? Yeah, very ideal weather, to me anyway. Some people might like a warmer day, but I'm not one of those people. Let's walk down Aberdeen Avenue here. I've always thought this was a really nice little residential street. We're in Cabbagetown. West of Parliament though, but I'm going to take us east of Parliament into like the heart of old Cabbagetown. Mr. Adams Apple and Transit Mobile Scooter, $2 for a wonderful evening. Hey, thank you very, very much. Cheers, first super of the stream. Thank you very kindly. Hello, Lorraine. Carl Roth, hello. Yeah, let's see if I can do this whole stream without breaking a sweat. You know, that would be ideal. Hey, crikey. This is Aberdeen Avenue. Hello, Jillian. Yeah, it's a very narrow residential street. All these houses are from the 1800s, when they didn't really build streets with cars in mind, since there were none. So there's no garages, obviously, or anything like that. Lots of the old streets downtown are like this. People just park on the street. So there's only enough room left for basically one lane of traffic. I think these are the nicest kind of old streets, really, as far as residential streets go. The hospital you work at is Aberdeen Hospital. Oh, how about that? Hey, Outlaw Radio, how you doing? 3-hour stream? Maybe. It's not like a sure thing, but it's a definite possibility. Depends if I want to get something at a grocery store afterwards, because they close at 10, most of the grocery stores around my area. So if I wanted to do that, I probably have to end the stream maybe at 9:45. But we'll see. Maybe I don't need anything. I can't think of anything I need right now. Hey, Rebecca, hello. Well, Cookies and Chaos is a personal friend of mine, so of course, if I'm speaking to her on a personal level, I'll use her actual name like any normal friend would, right? I'm not going to just start calling her Cookies all the time. Only when I'm streaming or recording a video. Right, let's go to Wellesley Street and we'll walk into old Cabbagetown. Hey, hello, Derek. Hey, what's up? Hello. You want to say hi?
Hi, welcome to Cabbagetown.
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to take a tour. Have a good evening. Hey, perfect. Welcome to Cabbagetown. Yakking with friends, hello. Hello, Kevin Hawthorne, crabs. If I read that right. The chat has crabs. Oh no. I'll make a stop at the pharmacy. Rebecca, $2. You thought 'twas Cabbage Town, yes. Good old Cabbage Town. I'm going to take a walk through some of the nice residential streets. And then eventually I'll make my way into a more sort of busy part of town, you know. Thank you very much for the super chat, Rebecca. Much appreciated, Rebecca. Thank you. Hello, East Story. Hello, 100. Oh, is that right? A B-52 crash. Like one of those old bombers? That's happened before, I remember. Well, that's sad news. Was it during like an air show? That's what happened last time. Hey, Jake Eves, how you doing? Mark M. And then we got a Baby Grinch. All right, here's Wellesley. We've got St. Jamestown. All right, I feel the need to walk through some Serenity. Serenity now. So we're gonna head into a nice residential area. E. Blake, $5. We're doing a roundabout. Well, I guess I'm not crossing yet. Thank you very kindly, E. Blake. Very much appreciated. Hope you enjoy the walk tonight. Hope all is well in Brooklyn. Wash the hair. You know, I spent a long time working on my hair, and you hit it. He hits my hair. That's what comes to mind when I think of Brooklyn. Hey, Alina, hello. All right, Wellesley. Hey, 315 Tricky, how you doing? apparently the younger generation of movie watchers, moviegoers, who have watched the R-rated version of Saturday Night Fever don't have very many good things to say about it. They find it irredeemable due to some scenes in the movie. Yeah, that's the whole point. These aren't supposed to be good people in the movie, right? It's a movie about a bunch of aimless young men who are not always acting in the best way. That's what makes it interesting to watch. Dag Doonesbury, hello. Yeah, people do bad things in real life, and sometimes if you're making a movie about people who aren't the best type of people, sometimes people in the movie might do bad things too. But you know, it's a movie. I think it's an awesome movie, actually. I think it perfectly captures that sort of moment, that time period, that aesthetic, you know, everything that was going on in some neighborhoods like that, with people who lived in neighborhoods like that. E-Babe, hey, good evening. Welcome to the stream. No clue, hello. Mr. Majestic. Hey, Curtis. Got Eddie Lane. Look at these little townhouses here. Hey, Jollykins, hello. Oh, the sun is still very bright though. Look at this neat view. Hey, what's up, Donkey? It's like a little touch of Brooklyn right here. Hey, Grady Robinson, hello. This is called Alpha Avenue, this little tiny street right here. Only the manliest of men live on this street. Yeah, I live on Alpha Avenue. Gotta go do my workout now. Where does this go? Does this go anywhere? Hey, Max. 10 days till Christy Pitt's Nirvana night. I don't think I know what that is, but it sounds intriguing. I guess this is a no-go over here. I have to investigate what this Nirvana night is at Christie Pitts. Hey, Raphael, hello. Alright, so Wellesley Street continues. It dead ends up that way. Lots of famous people live or lived in Cabbagetown, actually. There's little plaques around the neighborhood that will tell you who lived in certain houses here and there. A lot of them are just sort of like locally known people, but some of them are more like low-key famous, you know? Colt's Foot Lane.
Yeah.
I know, like, for a while, what's her name? The skater boy girl. He was a skater boy. What's her name again? Jeez. She lived in Cabbagetown for a while. Mm-hmm. That's it. Avril. Jeez, I kept thinking Alanis Morissette. I just couldn't get that name out of my head. It's like, no, it's not Alanis Morissette. Every time I tried to think of it, Alanis popped into my head. It's like, no, get out, Alanis. Not you. Avril. That's it. Avril Lavigne. Another Canadian, you know. Alanis, Avril. Forgetting my ex's names, right? Old Cabbagetown. I ought to know who Avril Lavigne is, jeez. I ought to know. We're making our way south. Hey, Cass Venus. And Jefferson, hello. I just heard the sounds of a e-bike coming down the street here. I better wait. I don't want to get run down. Well, I know who Avril Lavigne is. I just couldn't think of her name. Alanis Morissette was filling up my brain for some reason. Maybe because she just performed here the other day. She sang the national anthem for the soccer game. The big match that Canada played. Oh, look. Look at this. How awesome is this? It's like a whole little depiction of dinosaurs in the wild here. Look at that. Oh no, a pterodactyl. Oh, it's just a bird. I think this is awesome. Dun 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 dun. Na 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 na. Pigs watch Jurassic Pork. That's the daddest dad joke I've ever heard. It's ironic that Alanis' song about irony is not even about irony. That's what's ironic. That's just about bad luck. All the things she talks about in that song are just plain old bad luck, not irony. Maybe she wrote it that way in order to be ironic, right? That's my theory. Rollins Avenue. This looks like an alley to me. Rollins, any like Black Flag fans in the chat? Hey, Christina, hello. Jose, watching from Brazil. It's a little street here, Sackville Place. Geez, you thought that other street we walked down earlier, Aberdeen Avenue, was narrow. Look at this one. This one doesn't even have room for cars to park. It just has one narrow lane for cars to drive through. Rebecca, another super, because of Henry Rollins. That's what I was going for. That's what I was going for. Thanks again, Rebecca. Cheers to you. Getting those musical references. I don't think Green Knight has done many streams over here on the east side. He's a west side streamer for the most part. Maybe he's ventured over here once or twice, but he's a Parkdale dude, I believe, and he streams a lot around that area and other neighborhoods on the west side. Flagler Street. There's a lot more laneways on the west side that have like graffiti and stuff like that. There are fewer laneways of that type over here on the east side. With the garages, sort of, with all the graffiti and street art. We are in Cabbagetown, Old Cabbagetown. I'm just sort of wandering around, checking out some of the streets and little narrow laneways. Strallies, that's right. It's both a street and an alley, therefore it's a strally. I coined that term, so if it ever catches on, you heard it here first. I've been trying to get it to catch on for like a couple of years now. It still hasn't caught on. I figured if Strode caught on, then why not Strally? Oh, bee's knees. Hey, Pamela. And Rochelle, welcome. Here's a little library. There's lots of these in this neighborhood. I just like to see if there's anything I might want to grab. Who started the library thingies? I don't know. I'm not sure where or when they started, but kudos to whoever that was. Hey, Mark Bass. Little food banks. I've seen little fridges, like a little mini fridge type thing that is available to the public to take or leave something in. I've seen those here in Toronto. All right, we'll go to Sumac. Parts of the sidewalks are new, I guess. You can see what year usually. They put a little stamp on them to tell you what year. I think these are brand new, these ones. Sometimes it's fun to look at the little stamp to see how old they are. I've seen some going back to the 19 50s, and there's some that are way older than that. Like sidewalks, you know, tend to start to crumble after a while, and they might have to replace them after several decades. But some sidewalks are really, really old, and they're still still hanging on. I'm sure there are probably some sidewalk sections around town that are over 100 years old. Sometimes they're too old to read. Like this one here, I can't make it out. I can't make out the year on there. It's like a schoolyard over here. I mean, this is one of the oldest neighborhoods in the city, though, right? Like, the sidewalks came along after the streets and houses, I'm sure. Like, the streets and houses go back to the mid 1800s, so... Okay, this one is 1962. So these are decently old, I suppose. I mean, for a sidewalk. It's pre-Beatles coming to the Ed Sullivan Show, so... Hey, old rut gut. Alright, we're going to be heading out of Cabbagetown. Let me tend to my power bank here for a second. Take a look at that chat for a second also. Greg Keating. Yeah, it's cooler today, but still quite nice. I mean, it doesn't feel chilly by any means. 20 degrees, you know, I think that's what we hit today for the high. Hey, Neville, hello. Hey, thank you, Alan K. That's much appreciated. And Vivian's here. Hello, Vivian. Was Krabs who I think it was? I was suspecting Krabs might have been a particular person. It's sort of a theme with some of the names lately, I find. And that fit in with the current theme. I do notice things like that sometimes. Here's another little mini library. Hillbilly Elegy. Hey, we passed 300 viewers. Awesome. All right, we're leaving Cabbagetown, and here's Regent Park right across the street. Sharon Bean, hello. I'm not sure what the Moocher you're referring to is. Minnie the Moocher, is that a song? Cool view looking that way. Looks like Concord Sky is going to like dominate that view once it gets tall. Concord Sky will dominate. I'll be walking for 3 hours, possibly. Certainly a nice enough evening for a long walk like that. I feel relatively energetic. Hey, Mary, good evening. Mary, Mary, where you going to? That just always pops into my head. My brain does work a lot around music, yes. Everything is either a musical reference or a Seinfeld reference, it seems. And the best thing is when it's a musical Seinfeld reference. All right, River Street. It's sort of like the last major street on the east side here. Any further east and you hit the Don River. Alec Marshall, hello, hello. Yeah, I think sunset is after 9 p.m. now. We're almost at the longest day of the year, like summer solstice, right? Coming up soon. Is that right, Lorraine?
Only thing is,
I think it's around there, Rebecca. I'm not exactly sure. Oh yes, Sam's. Always an adventure going into a Sam's food store. This one is probably relatively calm compared to the one at Dundas and Sherborne, though. You sold me a hair with a cake around it. Look to the cookie. You want a piece of me? Just so many quotes. South of Down River. They still haven't finished tearing down these houses. I recorded a video through here over a week ago, and they were in the midst of tearing them down, and it looks like they still haven't finished. OB's knees. They did finish tearing down that one house, though, that was still half standing last time I recorded through here. This is Dundas Street, looking right into the heart of Regent Park. Looking west. You watched it last night, Tara? Well, thank you very kindly for watching. Of tall new apartment towers are going to be built along here. That's why they're tearing down the old houses. Actually, it looks like they haven't even torn down anymore. It's the same, exactly the same as last time. I wonder what the holdup is. That one still has a satellite dish attached. I guess it's just junk not worth retrieving, you know? Sometimes I see like old air conditioners in the windows, and it's like, does that still work? I guess they don't care. I know if my building was being torn down, I would remove my air conditioner and take it with me. You think about rescuing the old air conditioners? Yeah, I see it all the time when old buildings are being demolished. I'm not making any sense of anything you're saying, Sharon Bean. I'm trying to decipher it, but I'm failing at it. Just sounds like random words being strung together. Trying to approximate a proper sentence. There's a Shooter Street. A bit of the tower showing. Kind of blocked now. So nice out. Hear the chirping of the birds. Look at this house. It's being consumed. My pleasure, Devon. Yeah, who needs coherence? I watched a movie called Coherence not too long ago. That was quite an unusual watch. You might want to check it out. It was actually pretty good. It's like a sort of a sci-fi type movie. Nicholas Brendan, who played Xander in Buffy, he was in it. Queen and River. There's that quiet part of Queen East. From like Sherborne over to here, Queen East is oddly quiet, and then it gets busy again once you go over the river into the Riverside neighborhood. Just livens up suddenly, becomes a lively, vibrant little area, and it stays busy and lively all the way to the end, to the beaches, with a couple of little quieter areas, I guess, in between, but for the most part it's pretty lively and busy. Hey, Toronto. Gotta love a non-humid Monday, yeah. Talking is hard. A non-humid any day is fine by me. Hello Cam, how you doing? Hey, just Smitty. The sun reflecting off of a building onto my phone. Ooh, nice view of the Sky Tower from here. Ken Land. I'm on Lower River Street, south of King. Underpass Park is just coming up. The Corktown neighborhood, if you want to think of a neighborhood. Would like to sleep, $20. Holy cow, thank you very much. Cheers, would like to sleep. That is very, very much appreciated. You could catch the stream tonight. Hope you're enjoying the walk. A lot more to come. Only been going an hour. Still lots of walking yet to do on a non-humid Monday. It's very, very kind. Here's Underpass Park. They're still working on this. This has been quite a long job here. It's not a very big site, you know, but I'm sure it's taking a heck of a long time for them to do whatever they're doing. Let's go up this walkway. We'll get a cool view of downtown. It almost looks like you're walking on an expressway or something. There is a sidewalk, so technically it's okay to walk along it, but it's a very busy spot. Feel out of place as a pedestrian when you walk along here on top of the Eastern Avenue Bridge. I like to come up here every once in a while just to see if the view has changed with all the construction going on all the time. The view does change from month to month almost. Looks like my chat got stuck. Mary, thank you very much, Mary. $6.99 just because it's Monday. Thank you to you as well, Mary. Very, very kind of you. Much appreciated. Yeah, I didn't even see that at first because my chat got stuck a few minutes ago and no new chats were popping in, so I had to turn it off and turn it back on again. And then I saw Mary's super chat. And hello, Martin Van Owen. I don't know why it does that sometimes. The chat just decides it's just going to stop working. Just randomly. Some glitch with Prism, I think. You can almost see like a hint of a rainbow over there. Even though there's no rain to speak of, but just the way the light is being scattered over there, we're getting a bit of a prism going on. The visible spectrum is being scattered. Looks like they... Wow, this was never here before. They like made this a bit more safe for people. They widened the sidewalk here. It was a lot more narrow before. So they widened up the sidewalk. Got this new railing here. Actually, now it feels like a pedestrian would not feel so out of place. Before, you felt totally out of place walking along here with a little narrow sidewalk with traffic rushing just inches away. This is way, way better now. Hey, Blue Meaford, hello. Yeah, last time I walked through here, they were still working on this. I didn't realize that it was going to end up looking like this. Very nice. And they didn't even have to reduce the lanes either. Still the same number of traffic lanes, as far as I know. It's much safer. Yeah, you feel like you're not risking your life walking along here anymore. It kind of felt like that. That's how it used to be. Anyway, that'll take you over the river. I just wanted to come up here just to look at this view. Like, check this out. And that's just the south end of the skyline. That's just a small little part of the skyline right there. All these buildings are blocking the rest of the skyline as it goes all the way up to Bloor. Got Regent Park over there. Got a new bridge that they installed recently up there that you can see. That's for the Ontario line, so subway trains will be going over that bridge. Line 3. Ontario line, line 3 are the same thing. So the view on the new trains when this line opens will be awesome because it's elevated going through this whole stretch. For quite a long ways it's elevated, so you're going to have amazing views of the city. Just got to wait about 8 more years, probably more. Hey Joseph, hello. Yeah, these power lines running through here are not too pretty. I think the people in these buildings are far enough away from the wires though. I think some new buildings under construction straight ahead where those cranes are going to block the view of the Sky Tower from here. So I guess enjoy the view while you have it, right? Good skyline views don't last very long in Toronto. Another building will come along and block it before too long. Did I watch Disclosure Day? You know what? No, I had bought a ticket for tomorrow, so I'm going tomorrow afternoon. So I've been avoiding all kinds of reviews, online reviews. I've seen the rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but I don't trust the Rotten Tomatoes rating anymore. The audience rating, though, is still pretty decent on Rotten Tomatoes. It's in the 70s, I think. And the actual critics review on Rotten Tomatoes is like 80% or something. But I've seen some videos pop up on YouTube by YouTube reviewers saying stuff like it's the worst movie Steven Spielberg ever made and it's terrible. But I'm going to wait and see it and judge for myself. So tomorrow afternoon, 3:30, I'm going to go to the Rainbow Imagine Cinemas. Got a ticket for $8 on Tuesday, cheap day. And I think tomorrow's supposed to be a rainy day, right? So it sounds like a good day to go and chill in the theater for a couple hours. Hey, the ink-spired life, hello. Am I taking a Chiquita? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. An hour in, an hour and 12 minutes. $340-ish people in the house. Thank you everyone for checking out the Monday stream, the non-humid Monday stream. If you're a newbie, thanks for taking a look at my walk tonight. Come and say hi in the chat if you want. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit all the buttons basically. It's free to do. Chiquita is an ABBA song? I think so, right? Mr. Adam's apple is a newbie. We must have gone back in time. We're walking west. Still in the Corktown area, Canary District. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the rolling mills. I don't know. What is it? You got me would like to sleep. I do not know. Okay, there's the cube house. Looking very cubey. Very cubist. A net. Oh, okay. How did I not figure that one out? That's a very wholesome joke. Cube house has not been torn down yet. I wonder what's inside there, you know? No one's living in there now as far as I know. But I bet you there's all kinds of stuff inside. One was being used as a recording studio for a while. I wonder if there's any equipment left. You'd think not, though. You'd think something like that, they would definitely take everything away. That stuff ain't cheap, right? There's 3 cubes. You can see 2 of them. One more on the other side. Each one is like a unit. A living unit. But one became a recording studio. And you can see the redevelopment notice there in front. So the plan is to build a very tall building, as you can see, like something like 60 plus stories tall. So that would be the end of the cube house. Hey, tripod, hello. I'm not sure what inspired it. It dates from 1996, so I think that's pre-Minecraft, right? 1990, 30 years ago. It's hard to believe 1996 is 30 years ago. Ay, ay, ay. I have a video on my channel from 1996 for those who haven't seen. It's me walking around North Bay with my sister and a friend of mine. I'm giving a video tour of downtown North Bay in 1996. My first walking video 30 years ago. With terrible video quality, since it's an old VHS. Not even VHS, it was like one of those mini cassettes that you put in one of those old school camcorders, the kind that you put on your shoulder, like Marty McFly in Back to the Future. And I have another video from 1996 where I go to a house party recorded on the same day, just late at night. My sister and I crashed a house party by a bunch of teenagers. They were having like a hip-hop house party. Where are the soccer crowds? There's no game today, so I guess there's no soccer crowds today. I think the next game is on Wednesday. The next game here in Toronto.
I think that
this is what they're building here. It's not that tall. More of a mid-rise. Long-term care home. Hey, Choppy. You know, my sister moved to Toronto before me, like a long time before me, actually. She moved to Toronto in the early 2000s, and I moved to Toronto in 2010, so might have been just shy of 10 years before me, maybe like 9 years before me. Is the Zeller's opening this Thursday? Oh, I don't know if I'll do a live stream of that, but I might do a video, maybe go up there. Maybe I'll kill two birds with one stone, do a video of Yorkdale Mall, which I haven't done in a while, and then go check out the Zellers, which is nearby. That's an idea. It's not going to be very big. It's going to be smaller than the Zeller stores of old, you know, which were like pretty big stores, like 50,000 to 100,000 square feet, which was pretty normal for a Zeller store. I think the space that the new Zeller store is opening at will be something like 25,000 square feet, so smaller than the stores we were used to. I might be wrong, maybe it's a bit bigger than that, but no, she's not older. I'm older. I'm 3 years older than Melissa. She just, you know, moved around and whatnot before me. I stayed in North Bay. She left North Bay basically by the time she was 18 or 19 years old. She was just off. She lived in a few different places before settling in Toronto. I was happy to stay in North Bay for quite a long time. I was like, yeah, I like it here. And then I didn't like it all of a sudden. I was like, okay, I'm going to move now. But I liked it for, well, pretty much up to about 2009. And then I was like, I think my North Bay days are over now. It's sort of like a relationship that got stale, you know? North Bay didn't excite me anymore. So we broke up. I had to end it with North Bay. Hello. All right. Okay, going that way. This is where Eastern Avenue sort of curves around here. Merges with Front Street. These vehicles are going very slow. They're all going onto Front Street. Almost all of them. Hey, math doctors. to bed soon. Yeah, it's getting late across the pond. Looks like the sun is getting a bit lower in the sky here. I'm not sure if Sky Tower will be completed by the fall, but if not, probably by this time next year. I think there's still a lot of work to be done on the interior of the building.
History of drug use. Has anyone done that?
This is Parliament Street. Looks like the cops nailed someone over here. Cookies and Chaos would cry. Well, if you're driving around nowadays, you could just keep some cookies in your glove compartment, ready to charm the police officer. Maybe they'll spare you giving a ticket if you have some yummy cookies, you know? You never know. Some loaded cookies. Hello, Ruli. I think this dog wants to pee on every single thing on the side of the road here. Gotta pee on this one. I gotta pee on that one too. There's another one I gotta pee on. I gotta pee on all these things. Alright, we're walking west on Front Street East. Thanks, the inspired life. So I've been told, you know, so I've been told. I feel like I've walked a lot the last week. Maybe these 3-hour streams do make a bit of a difference, you know. Plus I went out on, what was it, Saturday night? I recorded 3 back-to-back videos on Saturday night. I didn't get home till around midnight. I was out recording and then just walking across downtown basically to get back home again. So I have some Saturday night videos coming up, or evening, I guess night. I think the first one was about 9 p.m. and the last one took me past 11 p.m. So it's definite Saturday night action there. Just like our friend Tony Monero. Watch the hair. Yeah, I missed your stream, by the way. Today, Cookies, I missed it. I was still in bed when you were streaming, so. But I see you did a nice long walk in the late morning, I guess. And I watched a bit of the replay after. I saw you had a dingus on St. Clair Avenue, so congrats, you know. I mean, I don't think that was your first dingus, but, you know, you're one of the gang now. You're one of the gang. Nice reply also about being in public, because yes, public. Outside is public. Outside is not private, outside is public. Jay Jameson. Okay, we had Spider-Man in the chat. Now we have Jay Jameson. Just crossed Sherborne. You want to throw a water balloon at me? I take it you're watching from some window up above somewhere? Well, I'll tell you what, if you ever see me streaming on a super duper hot and muggy day, plus like over 30 degrees, with the Humidex closer to 40 degrees, then I give you permission to throw a water balloon on me, but just give me a heads up so I can make sure my gimbal and phone don't get wet. We'll see how good of an aim you are. Because on a day like that, I probably wouldn't mind, you know?
Yeah, I can't hear you there tonight.
Probably feel good. Noted. Am I near Johnny? I don't know. Where is Johnny? I thought Johnny was streaming earlier Up in Midtown, like around St. Clair.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm not inviting everyone to start targeting me with water balloons when I'm out streaming on a hot day. That's just for Jay Jameson, okay? Because we have a lot of summer ahead of us. Summer hasn't even begun yet, so I'm going to be out streaming during lots of hot, muggy days, unfortunately. So just wanted to make that clear. Hey, Kensington Cisco. Unnecessarily noisy mode of transportation. Yes, I want to get to point A, from point A to point B, but I want to do it as loudly as possible. I want to disrupt as much peace amongst the public as possible while I get from point A to point B. Coming into the St. Lawrence neighborhood. I'm good. Yep. Hello, Ajits. We are live in Toronto. What's up, Alex? Not tornado. If I was live in a tornado, I'd probably have a lot more viewers. Tech camp. That sounds like something my nephew Eli would be into. He might be getting too old for that sort of thing, though. I think he's at the stage now where he can just work in tech, you know. He's 16. He'll be almost, well, he will be 17 in August, but he's still in high school. But he's a really, really good coder. I'm sure he could probably have a lot of jobs right now. I'm passing all the beavers. I thought I noticed a beaver back there. I guess I just didn't take too much note of it. leave it to me to miss out on a beaver. Well, we have the whole summer. There'll be other chances. Hey, Imran, hello. Each one is painted by an artist. Alright, I'll try to keep my eye out for those. As the Primus song pops into my head now. Everything is a music reference, right? Hey, get to the tower. Get to eat.
How much harder would it have been?
Hey, Bradley Taylor. Crossing Church. Is someone wearing my flannel shirt? Oh yeah, over there. My blue flannel. It's too hot for a flannel shirt. For me, maybe for some other people it's not. I'm just wearing a t-shirt right now. This Records on Wheels t-shirt here. Let me try and straighten out. There we go. Records on Wheels Sudbury location. That's an old chain of record stores. North Bay had one, but unfortunately I didn't find a t-shirt that said North Bay. I found this at Value Village, so I was like, Sudbury, I guess that's close enough to North Bay.
Getting ready to do all that, and then
Hello, Kaz, how you doing? Yeah, it's hard to get a good view of the CN Tower these days in Toronto if you're downtown. Unless you're like coming right up on it. There's the dog fountain. Put those guns away. I would if I could. They're just always out on display, it seems, as soon as the warm weather comes around. They're registered. Maybe they're not. I'm walking around with unregistered guns. They're certainly not 24-inch pythons. Even Hulk Hogan, I think, was exaggerating a bit when he used to say that, right? Even the Hulkster didn't have 24-inch pythons. He exaggerated both his height and the size of his arms. I agree, Dead Winter. I was just talking about that earlier. Welcome to the stream. Coming up on 2 hours. Hey, I didn't know this was here. And I did a video not too long ago about Lake Ontario's changing shoreline. I showed 3 different shorelines. And I didn't even see this plaque, otherwise I would have shown this for sure in that video. I showed 3 different shorelines that were the result of human intervention. Here's front and young. Up all the way up towards Bloor Street there. I don't know, I kind of like those little plaques. I like having little tidbits of info, you know, on display, just to add to the experience of walking around, especially for out-of-towners. A lot of people tend to underestimate Toronto's history. Toronto gets written off, I think, as being a city that doesn't have history. Well, of course it does. That plaque cost $1 million. Walking past the Dominion Public Building. What am I planning on having for dinner? It's either going to be pizza or pasta. I haven't decided yet. I also have beans. I could have some beans if I want. We were talking about beans a while ago in another live stream, and it kind of made me buy some beans, so we'll see. I guess we'll see. Taste of Italy. I have a video coming up. I did walk through the Taste of Little Italy on Saturday night. So I do have a video coming up of that. I was in a pretty foul mood by the time I was walking through there, and I think the video sort of reflects that a bit. I might have said a few things while recording that video. Those street festivals, man, sometimes they just really rub me the wrong way. Literally, they physically rub me the wrong way because 100 human bodies are rubbing up against me. Rao pasta sauce, although I don't have any now. I'm hoping my sister will gift me with some more. She buys it on the regular. I just refuse to pay 10 bucks for a jar of pasta sauce, no matter how yummy it is. I mean, come on, man. Hey, hello. How are you? How are you?
Can I be on your stream?
Yes, of course.
Oh
yes.
my god, should I put the drink away? Will you get freaking restricted on a playing music?
Oh yeah, maybe turn off the music.
Okay, hold on, hold on.
Oh, and I just got a super chat too.
Oh my god.
$20 from Max.
Can they see me? Or should
Not
I stand
yet.
over here?
Hey look, we have a viewer of the channel.
Okay.
How you doing? What's your name?
My name is Joseph.
Hello, Joseph. Are you Joseph in the chat?
Yes.
Well, Joseph, how you doing?
I don't know, man.
It's Joseph in the chat.
Come on, you're not really live, are you?
I am, yeah. And Max, $20.
Oh, cool.
Nice walk tonight, Ken.
So, like, how heavy is this shit?
It's not heavy. It's not heavy at all. Yeah, see? It's not heavy.
So, but like when it's wobbly and you're walking and there's like a cement piece that you may or may not walk over, and like to get ever trippy?
Not really. I'm used to walking with it now, right? I'm kind of been doing it long enough that I'm...
So this is the gimbal. So what does the gimbal do? It keeps some kind of stabilization on this?
Yeah, it keeps everything stable. So, look. I mean, relatively stable anyway. More so than it would be without it, right?
So like, how long is the battery life on the gimbal?
It lasts me like a 4-hour stream. Yeah.
This was nice to meet you.
Thank you, Max. Thanks for the super chat, Max. Cheers to you. And Joseph, nice meeting you. All right. Good meeting you, Joseph. All right. Keep on keeping on. All right. Yes, thanks again to Max, and we met Joseph. I'm not sure if it's the Joseph we've been seeing in the chat tonight, or if that's a different Joseph. Hello, what? Here's these new things here. Got Got a sturgeon. This is sort of like the former shoreline of Lake Ontario here along Front Street. So all these are sort of representing, you know, some of the aquatic themes, I guess, that you once would have found along here. Go back in time. Back in time. Gotta get back in time. Get me back in time. Union Station. Well, so that was a different Joseph. Okay, thanks, Alan. So that Joseph just randomly was hanging out and just randomly recognized me. Holy! Joseph! $20 super sticker. And now, is this the Joseph I just met? Wow, thank you so much. That's very, very generous. Cheers to you, Joseph. That's very, very kind of you. Thanks so much. It was awesome meeting you just about 5 minutes ago. Thank you very much, Joseph.
But then we only get 1 week between part 3 and...
This building here is Union Station. Toronto's Grand Railway Station here. This is the second busiest railway station in North America after Penn Station in New York City. So it's busier than Grand Central Station, which is always surprising to me. Just like daily traffic that uses the station. It's because of all the GO trains that pass through here. I'll show you inside. Kind of quiet in here tonight, right now anyway. But it is a very, very busy place. The busiest transportation facility in all of Canada, obviously. And when you walk out of the station, you're greeted with this view. You got the Royal York Hotel. Pretty impressive first impression of Toronto, I think, for visitors, you know. As soon as they walk out, this is what they see. Just like this grand old hotel. Financial district. Feet of Streets. How you doing?
One day down,
taxis. like how these things are used by people to like sit on, sometimes lay down on if they're having a bad trip. Stand on for photographs. The real purpose though is to stop cars from driving up onto the sidewalk intentionally, you know, as has been known to happen. Crazy people trying to mow people down, so that's why they put all these here. Because that happened in Toronto in 2018, you might recall. Not around here, in another part of the city, but being that this is one of the busiest spots in the whole city, they thought it was a good idea to put some here. Hey, Bill Chow, hello. All right, later at Kensington Cisco. Old man back there. Hey, don't film anybody or I'll kick the teeth out of your mouth, buddy. Then I looked at him, I was like, yeah, I don't think you're capable of that, so all bark, no bite there, pal. Yeah, the North York van attack was in 2018, which is the same year I started doing the walking thing on YouTube. I think it was just shortly after that that I did my first ever walking video, actually. So my 8th anniversary of walk tubing is coming up soon, in about a month. About a month from now. 8th anniversary. My chat stopped working again. Jeez. Looks like I missed out on a whole bunch of chats here. I'd like to know why it does that. Thank you, Pamela. I'll probably do like a video or a stream on the actual day of the anniversary. Hey, later, Rebecca. Royal York Hotel. This is the other side, the York Street side. I might do that. I might do a video retracing the steps of my first ever walking video, just for fun. It was only about a 19-minute long video, so shorter than my usual videos now. Because that's all the space I had on my phone at that time. I was only able to do a 19-minute long video. And then my phone was completely full and it just ended. I was like, well, I guess that's the end of that video. not sure who coined the phrase walk tubing. It wasn't me. Yeah, I'm not sure. We passed 2 hours. Once again, thanks for checking out the Monday stream. Come and say hi if you're new. Hit the subscribe. Or if you're not new and you haven't hit the subscribe yet, by all means, maybe now is a good time to finally do that. Hit the notification bell too if you do subscribe. So I go live about 3 times a week. So it'd be great to have you as a regular viewer. I post videos on the other 4 days of the week, so every day it's either a live stream or a pre-recorded video. Hey, Urban Andrew, hello. Adam the Woo might have coined it. Yeah, maybe. This is the backside of the Royal York Hotel. I don't think I've ever shown this before on a live stream. We are behind it. Hey, Dulvid. John Rocks, hello. Hello, viewer with non-English comment. I wish I could read that and reply to you, but I assume you're saying hello or something like that, so hello back. Let's just hope that you're saying something like hello anyway. Mendoza, how you doing? Whoa. Jeez, I totally missed that step there. It was like a little bitty step that I didn't see. And all of a sudden I was like, whoa, why is my foot still going down? The chat went French again. Yeah, that was weird when that happened. That was very weird. Hey, LAB. Why do I smell weed? All I smell is weed along here. Wellington Street. Why am I waiting at the red light when there's no traffic? A honka honka burning love. Let's very sort of calm in the financial district right now. Well, it is 9 o'clock on a Monday. Wouldn't really expect it to be busy in the financial district. Ooh, the Forma is going to look pretty cool from here. Just starting to get tall enough to be visible.
Get it first.
Well, that's quite the username. It is dusk. Hey Tim, hello. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I removed the shades. It's a bit easier to see now.
I do. I live in Chesterfield. Yeah.
350 some odd people watching. Making our way north up York Street. Kind of a relatively quiet scene here in the financial district. Yeah, there are some spots around the financial district that are open pretty late, like bars, restaurants, that sort of thing. Some cafes where you can sit down. Financial district is a lot livelier than it used to be outside of office hours now. A lot more people live in the financial district since they built so many condos in and around it. It's not just all offices anymore. Robo Wabba, hello. And welcome back, Chris. If anyone can translate our chatter,
We're gonna get back, bruh. Come on, bro.
maybe I could reply. Let the rowdy youths walk by. she is saying, where is this? Is that what she's really saying? This is Toronto. I'll pronounce it like an out-of-towner. Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's always bothered me when people from outside of Canada, if they're talking about a Canadian city, they'll never mention the province. They'll just say, like, I went to Toronto, Canada, right? It's just always bothered me. It's like if I went to LA, I went to Los Angeles, United States of America. You know, just sounds weird. I think it just means they don't have any concept of the geography of Canada. They don't have any concept of the provinces or anything like that. They've never looked at a map or something. Just yesterday I saw a video where some Americans were doing a podcast, and one of them said, like, what's the most dangerous neighborhood in Canada? That was the words. What's the most dangerous neighborhood in Canada? And another guy said, Toronto. And I was just like, first of all, Toronto's not a neighborhood, it's a city. Second of all, it's not the most dangerous in Canada, not by a long shot. I was just like, geez, man, like, look at Wikipedia or something. If you're not going to read a book or look at an atlas or look at a map, at least look at Wikipedia, for crying out loud. Maybe learn a thing or two. And then they continue to refer to Toronto as a neighborhood. It's like it's like they had no concept of like what it was, or I don't think they knew the difference between Toronto, Canada, or being a neighborhood. I don't think they had any clue what distinguished one from the other. In Ontario, you might as well just forget about it. They probably had never heard that before in their life. All people know from New York City is Brooklyn. Yeah, probably. Just from pop culture, you know. Like Manhattan, you think, would be the place name, the borough name that gets the most recognition. There is an Ontario in California, that's right, it's a city. It's sort of part of the sprawling Los Angeles consolidated metropolitan area. I think it's in Riverside County. Has an airport, a very well-known airport. Hey, Janice, hello. Toronto, Ontario. That's right. Yeah, 5 boroughs in New York City, that's right. But even New Yorkers, like native New Yorkers, sometimes just refer to Manhattan as the city, right? Even though all the 5 boroughs are technically part of the city. It's just sort of like an old-fashioned way of referring to Manhattan. It's like I'm going into the city. So we got a watch party going on over here at Nathan Phillips Square. Torrents. Oh yes, I remember we talked about torrents before in another stream. Some of the famous filming locations from TV shows. At least they opened all this up. I think they did it just for the World Cup. Everything was all closed off up here until just recently. So we found where all the World Cup action is, at least in the downtown area. Let's see if I can go all the way around. Well, I hear some rush. Don't get me a copyright claim now, Getty. Hopefully it's too far away and echoey. I love me some Rush, but I don't love me any copyright claims. a bee banger. It's been fairly busy-ish. Let's go up on here. I haven't explored all these elevated walkways in a long time. This will take us over Queen Street. Infinity and beyond. Infinity and beyond. This will take you into the Sheraton Center Hotel. Kinda neat. I've only been up here like a handful of times. Toy Story 5. I don't think I've even seen Toy Story 4. I have 3. Actually, I have 3 on Blu-ray. I think I just saw it for a cheap deal and I just bought it because I had never gotten around to watching it before that. And I watched it one time and I haven't watched it since then. Over like 10 years ago. Potential thumbnail. Toronto. I'm in Toronto. Nice. See? Got a whole beard here. I disagree. I disagree, Chantel. A regenerative designs, nice Beatles reference. Get a real job, one that you don't enjoy at all. I see some cowboys. That's something you don't see too often in downtown Toronto. Guys in cowboy hats. Yes, I agree, Rochelle. Hopefully all that gameplay doesn't get me some sort of a copyright claim. I know how FIFA can be, you know, they're a bit overprotective of everything. Jonathan Tipton Lincolnton. There's more to your name now. Jonathan Tipton Lincolnton. Holy moly, 15 bucks. Good. I agree. I mean, good. I can't argue with anyone saying good. Thank you very, very much. Jonathan Tipton. Holy moly. Very much appreciated, Jonathan. Thank you very kindly. Good. Your support is good. Thank you. Kind of going behind City Hall here. I feel like I'm walking through an area I'm not supposed to be in. Does this go anywhere? Hopefully these aren't soccer hooligans. Yeah. Sort of wandering around through some streets I don't often stream along here. Just little short little side streets. This used to be the old Chinatown way back before they built the City Hall building back there. Up until the 1960s. Maybe just run-of-the-mill hooligans. I'd rather not run into any type of hooligans, I guess. Alright, here's Dundas. That's right, this is Little Tokyo now. Let's continue. Starting to feel little tinges of sweatiness after all this time, even though it's cooling off. The sun is set. I didn't feel any sort of sweatiness, and now it's just starting to creep in. I can feel it. It's like, why now? Why now that it's cooler? I guess I'll have to take a shower when I get home. Look, they're tearing down the old bus bays here. The old bus bays of the old coach terminal. They're being torn down. Hey, have a good night, crikey. I promise no sweating, yeah. I thought this would be a sweat-free stream tonight. It has been up until now. It's just barely noticeable. This parking lot is one of the last sizable parking lots in the downtown core here. Minutes to get to the grocery store. I'm trying to think if I need anything at the grocery store. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Actually, there is one thing. Some like saltines. I guess I can do without them tonight. Sometimes I like to snack on saltines when I'm watching a movie, you know. Put some peanut butter on them. Most of the parking is underground, Rochelle. When they build a big, tall tower in Toronto, it's almost always underground parking. And some of the new towers don't have any parking, actually. No parking included. That's becoming more and more common, like right downtown. Because the thinking is if you live right downtown, you can walk or take transit everywhere. You don't need a car. So more and more tall residential buildings have zero parking. And the ones that do have parking have less parking than they used to. Hey, Jane DeGerin, holy moly, long time since I've seen you pop into the chat. Maybe you've just been a lurker for the last several months, right? Get some saltines, $5. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jay DeGerin. Cheers, thank you so much. Nice of you to come out of lurking. You lurker, de-lurking. Air ambulance flying over. There it is. That's why that big parking lot is over there. It's going on top of the hospital. So it just landed on top of the hospital. So that parking lot we just saw a few minutes ago, the only reason it's there is because it's right under the flight path of the air ambulance. So no developer seems to want to build on that site because they can't build anything tall. They'd have to build a shorter building, like a mid-rise maybe. And a lot of the developers don't think it's worth it to build just a mid-rise right in the heart of downtown. So unless somebody comes along that wants to do that, that parking lot is just going to stay there. I think it's for sale. The land is for sale. Yeah, it's pretty common to see those air ambulances fly over downtown. They either go to that hospital or they go to St. Mike's. St. Mike's Hospital also has a helipad on the roof. So there's another spot that's limited in that area in terms of how high the buildings can go. Another flight path. It's Frida's. I always thought this store was pretty curious. There's this nice looking store just tucked away here on Elm Street. Mostly restaurants along here. patio people. I'm not a patio person. You might have seen that funny little video I posted in my Instagram story the other day, demonstrating why I'm not a patio person. Hey Stewie! 20 bucks. Enjoy the stroll, Ken, waving from the lurking seats. Wowza, wowza. So much awesome support tonight. Thank you, Stewie. Always a pleasure for you to de-lurk and say hello. And cheers to Stewie for the very generous support. Thank you so much. Bangkok Garden across the street. Nice old building. The Fraternal Order of Eagles. This place has always caught my attention. It looks like the Fraternal Order of Eagles, though, might be demolished for a new building. I think all the members are not too happy about that. So we got a crowd in front of the steakhouse here. Barbarians. Sounds like something Beaver Cleaver. Yeah. The episode where Beaver joins the Fraternal Order of Eagles. And then Wally makes fun of him until he quits. Yeah. Gee, Pop, Wally keeps making fun of me for joining the Fraternal Order of Eagles. Hey, we're on Yonge Street. Monday night, downtown Yonge. All right, looks like I'm heading towards the spot. You know the spot. Kind of avoided it all night, but I guess maybe we can end up there. Why the heck not? And I'm right by the Shoppers, so maybe I'll pop in there and get myself some saltines. I don't think I'll have time to do it at the grocery store. I can get some no-name saltines at Shoppers. Hey, KT, hello. I have some of those at home, Chantel. But I usually don't eat chips on weeknights. That's sort of like a weekend thing for me. So I'll save those for the coming weekend.
der liegt also halt wer draußen.
Walk sign is on for all crossings. Walk sign is on for all crossings. Walk sign is on for all
The
crossings.
walk sign is on for all crossings. The walk sign is on for all crossings.
The light takes time. Look, power.
Jane, another $5 for name brand, so I can splurge and get myself some like name brand saltines. Holy moly. And I like salted. I'm a salted guy. Just doesn't seem the same, you know, without the salt. Thank you again, Jane. Cheers for helping me snack it up tonight. So I guess I'll wrap it up here. I can't walk into the square though. Looks like they're setting up for some event over here. So I'll walk away from the music on that side. Hello, Jerome. Not sure what's coming here. Another event. I mean, there are regular events all through the summer here. But I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you had a good time tonight watching me wander around on a non-humid Monday evening. I still haven't really broken out in a real sweat yet, so I think we conquered this stream pretty well. A no sweat stream. I had a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. And I hope to see you in the next one, most likely on Wednesday. So once again, hit the notification bell along with all the other buttons. Hit the subscribe, you know the drill. Do all the things, and maybe I'll see you in my next live. And then tomorrow night I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video, as I do, around 7:15 p.m. tomorrow evening. You might get to watch me suffer through something very unpleasant in that video. So hope to see you there. I'll be in the live chat as we watch together. So thanks again to everyone for watching. New subscribers, regulars, channel members. Thanks to the mods, Vivian and Alan K. Thank you so much. And a huge thanks for all the amazing support. I got spoiled with Superchats, Super Stickers tonight. And I'll check for PayPals after the stream, but thanks in advance if there are any. Yes, thank you so much. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. Until next time, we'll continue. Have a good night, everyone. I'm going to head inside the Shoppers and grab some saltines. And then head on home. Alright, night all. And thanks again.